Yes, hello. Good morning, Adija. This is Yasin. This is the progress I've worked on recently. Uh, I managed to factor my code to OOP. Everything works except the validation. Right now, what I'm going to demo what I've worked on, and after this video, I'll, I'll rectify on what I'm going to work on in the next few minutes. So with my API on Challenge 2, I added some status codes. So this is the status codes. Then I also, under my modules, I change everything to OOP. Of course, I have a menu class. Like for example, if you go to a restaurant, of course, the first thing you have to do, you have to first ask for the menu to check on what is available on the restaurant. And then I also have the orders class. The orders class will help us, will help the client to place an order, get an order, update an order. Then in my views, so this is where the magic happens. So everything right now is in OOP. I've added views, like for example, I've added for a route for a client, for the admin of fast food restaurant to post to update the menu, and then for the client to get a menu. And then I've also added an endpoint for a customer to order, to place an order. Actually, so let me demo everything in POSTMAN. So first I'll call my Flask run. Okay, now the application has started. So let me go to my POSTMAN. So this is the POSTMAN. Of course, as I've earlier said, the admin of fast food will first update the today's menu. So I also demo that in POSTMAN. So it's a post request. So the endpoint is, so the endpoint for posting is API version 1 menu. So let me call that API version 1 menu. And so since it's a post request, I have to make sure that the content type is in JSON, and then in the body I have to update this menu. So this is the admin of fast food. So you update the menu. Like for example, so today we have pilau, and then the price of pilau will be pilau is, like for example, 30k UPX. So I add this item for today's menu. So I send a request. Okay, there is a message being printed here that an item has been added on today's menu. So I can continue adding other items. Like for example, I'm going to add pizza. So let me say pizza is 50. Let me also add another one. Let me say Posho. So maybe Posho is 2k. So when I'm done updating for today's menu, so when a client comes, So of course the client has to first check what is available. So the client has an endpoint of API version 1 client menu for client. So this is the client checking on what is available. It's a get request. So the client uses that API endpoint. So the client sees, okay, this is the menu available today at fast restaurant. So of course the next thing is I'm going to place an order. So the client makes a post request. So the endpoint is for making an order, API version 1 orders. So API version 1 orders. So it's also a post request. So I have to make sure that my header is the content type is set to JSON, and in the body. So the client here is going to place an order. Of course, the client has put in the order details. Like for example, I'm going to order pilau. The quantity, like for example, the quantity in terms of numbers. Like for example, I've ordered 2 plates. Then the order fees, like for example, if pilau costs 30, then of course 2 plates will cost 60. Then the client name and address. So these are the things I have to pass in in JSON. So let me add that. So we are placing an order. So of course we have to make sure that we use these details. So I have the order details. So the order details. Like for example, I'm interested in pilau. Then the quantity. Like for example, I want 2 plates. And then the order fees. So the order fees, this is going to cost me, each plate is 30, so I'm ordering 2 plates, this is 60k UGX. Then the client name. So maybe the client name is Yasin. And the address. So the client address, of course, this is like a delivery service, so you have to make sure that your address is known. Like for example, my address is 12A Kevin Road. Okay, now I can place an order. I want pilau. Okay. Place an order. Of course, once I've placed an order, there's a message that you have successfully placed an order. Your request is forwarded to our master chef. Okay. So let me also simulate like other clients placing orders. For example, another client comes in. He wants pizza. Maybe they want 5. Let me just simulate here. Like 5 is, that is like 100k. Maybe this client is James. So James, his address is Bukoto, 12A Bukoto Street. Okay. So James also places an order. Let me also add like, okay, another order. This order, like for example, this guy likes posho. of course that is one. So our portion is at 5k. Maybe this is Mansoor. So Mansoor stays in Mango Avenue, 13B, Mango Avenue. Okay. Now we have placed an order. Now the admin and the fast food admin can check an order by using check the available orders by using the same endpoint. So in checking the available orders, I'll use a GET request. So it's still the same endpoint. So I'll just check the available orders. So realize these are the orders. These are the orders. So realize our first order, this is Yasin. So the order status becomes it's pending, and then of course there's a timestamp, and then the cost, and then the order ID. This is like an ungenerated order ID. Then we have another client, of course James, who wanted pizza, and then the timestamp is being captured, and the order ID which is generated. Then we have also another client called Mansoor, the order ID, and then the timestamp. So in this case, like for example, if a client, like for example, wants to first work on maybe pizza is already ready, so the client, the admin, okay, the master chef will work on James first. So the master chef can always get the ID, like for example, James's order ID is free. Okay, so when I'm getting an order, I'll pass in its ID. So if I query this order, of course this is James's ID. For example, then now we have finished serving James, and then the delivery, and then the admin wants to update the status of this order. So in updating the status of the order, let me check the endpoint here. Checking the endpoint is I have to pass in the order ID, which is free, and then I have to use a put request. So this is a put request now, a put request, and then what are we putting? We are changing the order status. So you have to make sure the content is set to JSON, and then in the body we are changing the order status. So we don't want all this. Order status. And so let's assume it was pending. Now we have finished serving this guy, and then we have to say maybe we have completed him, and it was successfully delivered. So success, completed and success. So it's a put request. So I'm updating order free. I send. Of course, content has been created here, and then now you see when the order being returned, the order is being completed. So if we go back and then I get all the available orders with this endpoint, so I will see that order free is being completed. Okay. Now, like for example, if the order is being completed and then we don't want to have these orders which are completed, so at one moment we want to remove the orders, all the orders which are completed. So like for example, say I can query the same order free. Nice, a GET request. So order free, and then removing the completed order. Let me check the endpoint here. So the endpoint is also the same. Now passing in the ID, and then remove the order. Okay. So order. I'm going to delete the order. Okay. So order free is going to be deleted. Okay. I send. Okay. Now we have a 204 no content. So if I query back the orders, the list of my orders, then you see order field is no longer there. Okay, then suppose this guy who wanted Pilau is not yet ready, so you can reject this order. That is the same thing like we have to put, and then his order ID is 1. Okay, order ID is 1. Oh, I think I pressed. Put when the content was saved. Let me check here. I think I'd pressed the order completed. Okay. We wanted to reject the order. It's order 1. And then it's a put request. And so I want to update it. We say rejected, no Pilau. Okay. Yeah, the order is being rejected. So if I call back all my orders, then you see it's being rejected. So in a nutshell, all the endpoints right now are working. Right now what I'm going to work on is writing more tests and then implementing on the validation part. I think thanks a lot. Okay, bye.